What is up, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the TBH podcast. TBH can stand for a multitude of things. The To Be Honest podcast, the Black Homies podcast, the TylerBrianHour podcast, whatever floats your boat. I am your host, Brian, a.k.a. DJ Be Heard, a.k.a. Prince, and we got a great show for you. I'll pass it to my co-host with the most, Tyler Gross. You got an opening statement you want to say?
Hey, what's up here, people? It's Tyler Gross, a.k.a. T the Libra, a.k.a. Ty the Libra, a.k.a. the Mouth of the Midwest. And we're going to have a good show for you today. Let's get it going.
And today we have a special guest, someone we've known for middle school. Was Justin Bieber in middle school?
Stop. He was not.
Brett, can we get an opening statement from you?
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah.
On the first episode.
Yeah, taking our virginity, I guess.
Glad to have you.
But the topic at hand is this Drake and Meek Mill situation. Supposedly, Meek Mill had thought, this is a situation at hand. Meek Mill had thought that Drake was talking about him on his song on the Rico until he heard the original version between Quentin Miller. I think that's his name. So Drake didn't tweet out the album, so Meek got offensive by that, and then so he tweeted at Drake saying that Drake has ghostwriters, obviously Quentin Miller. Now, what do you guys feel about the situation? Do you think Drake has a ghostwriter? Do you think he has a ghostwriter, or what do you think?
I don't think this man has a ghostwriter. I think Meek Mill was just feeling some type of way about it. Like, obviously, I think Meek Mill is in the wrong for, like, what he tried to say.
What is he in the wrong for?
Because I feel like if you have a guest like, Drake featuring on your album, I don't think, like, he should hold it against him to, like, say... I basically don't think he should hold it against him to, tweet about his album. I think that's childish, kind of.
How's that childish? Because it's a feature on a song. You mean to tell me that you can't be on my? How can you not tweet out the album? See, I think
if I was Drake, you're supposed to thank me ahead of time.
No, you're not. That's not how it works. I think
because who's the bigger star here?
That doesn't matter.
Who is the bigger star? That does
not matter. What does that have to do with anything? If he's already on the song,
Drake would help promote the album.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but just because you don't
Meek over Drake,
you don't shut up. You don't just show up and like, yo, I'm here. Like, you ain't Marshawn Lynch, nigga. Like, no, it don't work like that.
It don't work like that in Drake world.
No, because see, here's what I think it is, and this is kind of a crazy theory, but hear me out. I think Drake knew this was going to happen because if he does have...
predict
Hold on. Let me talk. Can I talk? Hey, like I was saying, I think he knew this was going to happen because he didn't tweet out the album, so he knew Meek Mill was going to feel some type of way. Because I feel personally that he didn't take 3 days to write Charged Up. That was probably in the back. Cooking, just chilling. I feel like Drake's one of those fake friends that, like, they have dirt on you and just waiting for you to fuck up to release it. That's why I really feel Drake is. I really feel that way because he knew this was gonna happen. Then he moves his charge up, bam. Then back to back, bam. Like, come on. Rappers say that it takes months on end to create an album. I feel like it takes a couple weeks to create a song. Like, I feel like Drake is that dude that he light-skinned, sensitive dude who got albums just waiting.
So what you are telling me
that he has this waiting for everybody? Yes, I think Drake has this waiting for everybody.
He has a whole arsenal and storage of just diss records for everybody that's in the game.
Yeah. How else would you come up with 2 diss records in a week?
But he set himself up for failure like that. Like how is anybody supposed to take you seriously or fuck with you if you're making diss records about him? Like.
I mean, if it's in the dirt, it's in the dirt. You don't see it.
Oh yeah, true. But
honestly, and then again, the same thing. I think Meek Mill is pulling like a little B/Young Thug, and the reason why I say that
you need to stop this. You need to stop disrespecting the Young Thug like that. Like why?
How am I disrespecting Young Thug? No, listen, because you know how the Young Thug and Little B play the gay card, or they play the dumb card, or whatever. I feel like Meek Mill's playing the dumb card. Because think about it, everybody and their mama is talking about Meek Mill right now. Everybody's talking about Meek. Meek can drop some heat, yo. He gonna be strong. He needs to drop some heat because everybody's saying his career died. I don't see how his career died. Brett, what do you think about the situation?
I think everybody in the rap game has someone there that's writing songs for him. I can see it. I mean, it's just hard to believe that they just come up with this type of stuff right off the top of their heads.
I mean, I feel like they do have help, maybe with a catchy hook or something like that. Like in the Meek Mill song, the diss, I want to know. Like, I want to know what you're thinking with that. But
I want to know what Undertaker was thinking.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, the Undertaker gonna have this nigga like in a choke slam from hell, like.
But no, in that song, you know, the part where that dude's talking is Quentin Miller. That's the original song that he did. And they're saying Drake just sung over it. Because, I mean, granted, say Drake does have a ghostwriter. Yeah, it's going to hurt. I think it personally hurts his legacy. I don't think he's the best then. But people going to buy Drake's songs way over Quentin Miller. Even if Quentin Miller's saying the catchy stuff, like, all I got to do is put my mind to shit, cancel all my exes, put a line through the bitch. Even if he's saying that, it's still going to buy Drake way more over than him. That's the crazy thing to me. What did you guys think about the disses? Like, all three of them. Like,
Cupcake.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about, like, he called this nigga Buttercake. Like Buttercup or whatever the fuck it was.
From the Power Rangers. Or not Power Rangers, Powerpuff Girls.
Like, anytime when you use a reference like that, like, you know the song is trash. You know it's got to be trash.
I don't think it was trash.
He used the Undertaker's theme, and the Undertaker is suing him.
I don't think it's not trash. See, with Meek, it was just a poor choice of timing. Like, the timing was terrible. That's the part that was trash about it. Is because Drake drafted so and so, kind of like he really had to pay attention to the bars. First song and Charged Up, and then the second song back to back, he was coming straight shots. Like, it was obvious who he was talking to. And then to make us wait 5 days for it, that's the bogus part. That's where I was like, ooh, it's kind of weak for you making us wait 5 days for it.
Yo, the fact that this nigga actually made an entrance theme from the Undertaker shit.
I mean,
and the fact that the Undertaker is suing him, and the fact that he said that, dog, it would have been trash.
I don't think that's probably just some Twitter stuff. I really personally don't believe he said if it wasn't trash.
If it wasn't trash.
I found it on the website a few times.
He would have said if it wasn't trash, I would have been suing him.
Undertaker is not saying that.
He said his theme song, Let Alone, was better than that disc.
I don't think Undertaker's saying stuff like that. Like, you can't even say that in the court of law. Like, it wasn't trash. Like, the judge's gonna look at you
I bet you he would.
He wouldn't. You can't use that.
Because Undertaker is a goon.
Yeah, but he ain't using that.
He chokeslamming you from hell.
No, he won't.
He took you on the last ride, that's for sure.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
What the fuck you mean?
That's a lie. I get Brock on there and put the paws on him. That's a lie. What do you think about where Meek Mill said? I think somebody said that it was a reference to both Safari and Drake got pissed on. Now, this dude Drake getting pissed on, I'm not to...
I heard it was one of P. Diddy's friends or something like that.
I'm going to have to look at him. And then I heard that Drake is a shady dude. Like, he had things. Like, he was going to do something for Diddy. Diddy gave him a beat. And then I think Diddy wanted him to do a song. That's why Diddy smacked up Drake. Like, Drake got smacked by Diddy. Because Drake be like on some light skin shit.
Yo, of course. Like, I mean, if you Diddy, if you're going to give this man rights to a song and then, like, he don't text you back or call you back, whatever, yeah, I want to see you too. Like,
okay, so then why is it different when the tweet? If you can't even tweet out the album, like, what's the whole point of tweet? Look, because you're a guest. And if you don't tweet out this thing, it'll be the last time you're on this podcast.
That's Diddy's, like, that's his MO though. He's Ciroc Hussein.
Ciroc. Diddy's crazy. I don't.
That man likes putting hands on people.
Yeah, he putting hands on coaches. It don't matter. You a coach, you a rapper. If you got beef with Diddy, he putting his hands on.
That's a rap. He don't even need to get mace.
Okay, so. Yeah, that conversation's dead. But moving on to another subject, which ironically fits our guest of the hour, Brent. You are a Patriots fan. So how do you feel about
how do you feel about the Brady situation at hand?
Well, I think it's bullshit how the league's handling it, that's for sure.
I knew he was going to come out with that.
I don't know about
I knew he was going to come out with that.
I mean, in a case where it's more probable than not, since they are going to federal court now, I think it's gonna get reversed, because if it's more probable than not, that's like taking someone to court and saying they more probable than not killed him.
I mean, it's just...
It's got to be hard to, like, try to hold that up in court saying...
Look, here's what I don't understand. Look, I think Brady's hiding something, because why else would you supposedly allegedly break your phone when the cops need it all of a sudden? And look, here's what I don't understand is, look, Brady... You got 4 Super Bowls. You got the perfect life. You arguably one of the best quarterbacks ever. Four games ain't gonna hurt you. 4 games is not gonna hurt your career.
Well, I mean, it's gonna hurt his reputation. That's for sure if he goes down.
Watch him still get #1 seed though at the end of the year.
He will. I mean,
whoa.
You can't even talk about
whoa. You can't even talk about the Bears while you trying to come at me.
But
the Bears are trash.
Do we have to bring up the Super Bowl?
The Bears are trash.
We can bring up last Super Bowl.
Why are we talking about the past? We're talking about the Brady deflate gate. Why are we bringing up the past?
But you came at
my
team.
Bears
so therefore, I got to come at
you came at my team.
See, this is your fault. Let me tell you why it's your fault.
How's it my fault?
See, because since you brought up...
You brought up my team, so I'm defending myself, but go ahead.
But then you came at mine. So this is me defending mine. Basically.
So basically what you're trying to say is a never ending.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, whatever. The Bears are still trash. But it's not going to hurt Brady to sit up 40.
Bro, what was the score again? It was like, what, 40?
What was the score of the Bears Super Bowl? What was the score of the Bears Super Bowl? Y'all still lost.
Anyways,
A loss is a loss.
But we had Rex Grossman.
Back
that was
to the
06
deflate gate. Back to it.
See what trash Bear fans do?
I just don't get how you're going to hold up 4 games for a more probable than not, knowing that they deflated some footballs, compared to someone that's beat his wife and admitted to it, and then...
He didn't get charged.
I'm talking about what's his name?
Greg Hardy?
Yep.
No, I think they dismissed the case.
I mean, they might have dismissed it, but knowing that you're still allowing someone to beat your wife, you get 4 games out of it.
If he ain't get charged...
I mean, especially with the NFL trying to hit so hard on domestic abuse all of a sudden. I mean, somebody might have hit some footballs and deflated them.
Oh, but that's...
someone beating a woman.
That's different, though. That's changing the game. All right, Because every athlete going to do some dumb shit.
I'm sorry, but 45-7, that's not going to change a game at all.
It's going to change how you play. I'm not saying it's going to change the outcome of the score, but it's going to change how you play. It's way easier to play.
Well, it's already been proven that other quarterbacks should mess with the footballs. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has been said to overflate him because he likes it with a little bit more air in it.
But as long as it's in legal regulations.
No, it was well over it. They said...
No,
that's what I've heard.
They didn't go into an investigation about it.
No, because they're trying to make a little show out of the Patriots right now. So
they'll probably check it. They'll check it more, but
yeah, they're gonna start checking.
See, the only problem with the Patriots is that they could have got away with it because especially all right, think about it. Think about that game. Is the Colts were doing pretty bad. And if you're losing that bad, they're not going to really stop the ball. They're really not going to stop and check because the game's, out of hand.
Supposedly, it was when what's-his-face on the Colts intercepted the football, and supposedly said that felt like it was a little underflated. But the thing about it is he came out on the news and said that he didn't feel it. That was a made-up lie. They said they were speaking about someone back in the Ravens game, the game before, in the division game. So, I mean... It's just, there's so much things missing on this case. It's just, the NFL is trying to save their ass on it and just...
It's just 4 games, Brady. Just do your time. Look, I promise you, if he was on the Raiders, if he wasn't Tom Brady, he would have just did his time.
Oh, no. Why we gotta bring up the Raiders like that?
Nothing else would have happened. He just would have did his time. It just would have been that. If Tom Brady wasn't on the Raiders, it just would have been that.
Yo, we gotta ask ourselves this question, though. Did Tom Brady have an iPhone 6 or Plus?
He had a Samsung.
Yep. And, supposedly, quote-unquote, an ex-teammate of his, I can't remember who it was, but said that it's notorious for him to change his phone out every so often. But the thing about it, it's kind of suspicious. Why would he break it? I'd give him that.
Yeah,
I'm not breaking my iPhone 6 worth of shit.
Well, when you got Brady money, you can break them all you want.
I think he cheated on his wife. He's hiding something. Nobody is that sensitive when it comes to your phone. Because all right, think of it from.
I know I'm not. I'm gonna have to be honest with you.
Who would cheat on that?
If you're on the road a lot, if girls just
another girl,
girls just throwing it at you, you Tom Brady.
2 baby mamas.
You Tom Brady. I didn't even know he had a second baby mama.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, he had a baby through. Can't remember. He had a baby with her, and then they got a divorce. Then he went with Giselle. So Giselle's the second baby mama.
See, I mean, It kind of adds up.
Yeah, you're notorious for doing it once. You can do it again, but
I think he's guilty. I think he should just do it. Like, it's not gonna hurt his career.
I say it's not gonna hurt his career, but he's probably.
I think what's hurting his career.
It's gonna be the same thing as Drew Bledsoe and him when Bledsoe went down. The backup came in.
All right, let's hypothetically speaking. Let's say Garoppolo.
I love that last name.
Goes off and they're 4-0. They're still gonna put Tom in.
Oh yeah.
They're not about to. It's not about to be.
But as soon as Tom starts struggling and Galappo,
how you a Patriots fan? You can't even say.
Hey yo, I can't even say that name.
Garoppolo.
But if he starts messing up, or if he's doing like fantastic, and let's say that Brady comes in the first few games doing horrible and they lose, of course you're gonna go with the person that's been 4-0.
No, all right. Say it's week 8. After week 8, with Garoppolo, it's 4-0, and then with Tom, they're 2-2. Do you go with Tom or do you go with Garoppolo?
Well, I'd keep Tom in and see if he's going to keep going, but I'm not going to let him down the stretch.
You know why?
So then how long would you keep Tom in?
I'd say if he doesn't give me a 500 record by week 8 or week 10, then that's when I'd start looking at my options there for a sec.
That's when you got bring.
Because when you have that, especially if he goes 4-0 through that stretch, he's beating Buffalo in one of those games, which is a conference game for us. And then during that time when Brady's back, if he's only going 2-4, that's losing 4 games to our conference. It's up for grabs. You know, that's going to put us in the last seed in the conference.
I mean, even if the Patriots went 0-4 while Brady's out, you can still bet on the Patriots.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm Brady's our quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying.
But honestly, I feel like Indianapolis might win it this year.
It's gonna be
because Luck's on the rise. They got Frank Gore. They got Andre Johnson. They got Philip Dorsett. They have a skilled offense.
Bro, they got rid of an old nigga for another old nigga.
But Andre Johnson had like 90-something catches with I don't even know who's Houston's quarterback.
They had 3 last year. They had Flint. No, not Flint. They had fuck.
Exactly, like nobody knows.
I'm tired of talking about Houston like they're relevant, dog.
I mean, they
don't even know what quarterback.
They got the best defensive player in the league, and then when Clowney gets healthy,
how am I forgetting his last? He was on the fucking Patriots.
Who?
Oh, Mallet.
That's it. Fuck, I wanted to say.
But he got hurt.
Yeah, he tore his ACL within.
Put back in my man T.J. Yates.
He's not even on that team.
And another thing is, I don't even know if Galappo would be the starting quarterback week 1 if Tom Brady was out. I mean, we got Matt Flynn back there.
Nah.
I could see it. He had that really good game for Green Bay that one time Aaron Rodgers went down.
I'm going to tell you what y'all need to do. Y'all need to get Jamarcus Russell.
Bro, this is a serious podcast. Don't ever bring that trash in this fucking podcast.
I'm serious. Like, Jamarcus Russell
would you even take Jamarcus Russell? With the Bears?
Hey, look, bro, we take anybody. But yeah, I feel like Jamarcus Russell needs a shot back in the NFL. He has proved his apologies. You know, he's done.
Job of the Hunt.
You need to stop with that Stephen A. shit. But I
feel
like he's sorry for what he did. Like, granted, he did waste a shitload of money from the Raiders, but at the same time,
boo boo. As Kendrick Lamar would say, shout out to Kendrick. He's boo boo.
I feel like he needs to still be at least a backup.
No.
Or at least have a shot at Jacksonville.
What? Why would Jacksonville take him?
Bro, they know the team take anybody too.
They should just ride it out with Blake Bortles and see how it goes. He's decent. They got him a good tight end from Denver, Julius Thomas.
Well, I can see that team developing pretty soon.
Jacksonville just need to die slow. Like, whoever likes Jacksonville, I'm sorry.
Hey.
You like Jacksonville, you're
I don't condone those.
You're a real ass
I don't condone those feelings.
You think Jacksonville's trash?
I don't condone those feelings, Jacksonville fans. I'm sorry.
He don't.
How he says that.
He knows Jacksonville's trash, and he's telling each and every single one of you Jags fans out there that they are trash as well.
You never heard me say that.
Well, let me ask you this: what's your Super Bowl predictions right now?
Okay. Look at the guests.
Before going into training camp.
Look at the guests taking over. Super Bowl predictions. I'm going Colts.
Over your Broncos? You don't think Peyton Manning's going to do anything?
I think it'd be Colts and Broncos in the AFC Championship. I mean, I want the Broncos to win, obviously, but if I had to pick somebody else other than the Broncos, then I'm saying Colts.
something just won't let me think that the Colts are going to like go in like that.
Because they have Andrew Luck, who's surging. I think he led the NFL in passing yards, and he was tied with touchdowns.
Well, technically, the number one quarterback, according to Siri last year, was Tony Romo.
Well, Tony Romo, I mean, he played
QB
well.
ratings-wise.
Yeah, I mean, that's sufficient. That's what you want. But
injury-wise, though, that's a kind of rough point on him.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I mean,
back to the topic.
I had to think of a team. I had to think of a team out of the NFC.
I think, honestly, I think the Cardinals might be a little... But
No.
I could see them surprising this year.
Because they don't have a quarterback.
Well, if they get a quarterback and the quarterback stays healthy,
This
finally,
dude
I can
said
see
Cardinals.
I can see them getting a run for the money. They came in second in the NFL West or the NFC West last year.
Yeah, but to the Seahawks.
They were only down by a game.
I can't see them. I can't see them beating the Seahawks twice.
I could see it.
Because
I mean, they beat the Niners twice. They beat them one of the games.
The Niners lost everybody, so they ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, that's a.
Yo, the Seahawks might be scary again this year, though.
It's hard not to bet against, especially with Jimmy.
They got Jimmy Graham.
They got Jimmy Graham, bro. Like, hold on.
That's gonna be a hard target to guard.
Holy shit.
That's gonna be a problem. And then they picked up Tyler Lockett too. Kansas State, like phenomenon. He did everything. He had so many stats. He was just. I think I'm about to go with Colts and Seattle. Seattle winning it.
I could see Brady coming back doing a repeat. I mean, as much as I'm a Patriots fan and everything.
Then who do you see him playing against?
I could see it being a rematch of last year.
I can see that.
I can see it being Patriots and Seattle. I mean, Brady's going to come back, especially if he does get these 4 games.
It's either gonna be the Broncos, the Pats, or the Colts coming out.
Well, that's usually the top 3 in the last few years.
But I don't know. Besides Seattle, I can't really.
I could see Seattle. I could see maybe I could see the Cowboys maybe making a run for it this year, but I mean they beat.
I guess
Seattle
Green Bay.
Year.
I guess I got.
You can't leave Green Bay out of the picture on this.
Packers. I mean they just
because they be bodying y'all about a week ago.
Because they be
every 2 weeks.
Like I gotta admit, they got White Jesus on their team, aka Jordy Smith. I mean Jordy Nelson.
Wow, Expo. You got to at least know the dude's name.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the Packers though. But,
damn cheese.
Tyler confirmed. Tyler confirmed. Don't care about that.
Like I really don't.
Oh shit, he's a Bears fan. That's a rivalry right there. That's like me saying something about the Yankees.
Like why would I care for their names?
Yeah, I guess the point. So I got Colts and Seahawks. You got.
I got Patriots and Seahawks.
And you got
Bears.
Who are they playing against?
Oh, I want to see Bears and
Patriots. I don't know.
Honestly, Bears and Chiefs.
I could see a surprise from the Chiefs.
Bears and Chiefs.
That's a hard conference though, because the Chargers are starting to get a little bit good out there.
Because we got the Chargers, us, us, and then the Chiefs,
and then the Raiders.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. But
yo, the Raiders are on come up.
Then the Raiders beat them.
Come up from what?
Like watch when they got
they gotta get theirs.
They're a young team.
Listen,
they got a young team. See, the only
they got Terrell Pryor out at wide receiver. Guess who they coming back?
They don't have Terrell Pryor.
Terrell Pryor's going to wide receiver.
He's not on the Raiders.
Oh, anyway.
See, the Raiders don't have anybody. They're a young team. See, this is the problem with NFL teams is because if you're a young team, it takes a while to develop.
Like the Colts.
Like you're gonna be Well,
Colts sort of, but when you have a young QB in the back spot like that on the drop.
Okay, real quick. Who do you think is gonna have a better season, Mariota or Winston?
That's hard.
Yeah. I think it's easy. I think Mariota might be better, but it's gonna be Winston because who?
Look at the tools around him. You gotta think about that.
Who does Mariota have?
Shit, bro.
Exactly. At least Winston has Mike Evans, Vincent Jackson.
The Titans haven't been even relevant since what's his name was a running back for him.
Yeah, and that was a couple years ago.
Shit.
Bro, they really don't got nobody since they lost Chris Johnson, bro.
I know that's why it's gonna be kind of like a hard thing for him to get over, but he's gonna have to make it work.
Hey, they need help. They need Jesus. They really do.
They need white Jesus.
They need white Jesus.
Yeah, Jordan Nelson. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Jordan, if you're listening to this, please go to the Titans.
Nah, don't do that. Don't risk career suicide. Please don't do that. Because I actually like you, Jordy. I'm a big fan.
Do you think Gronk's gonna have another standout season?
Who could guard him? I mean,
that's true.
He's one of the hardest.
Big boy likes to have fun. That's for sure.
It's one of the hardest people to guard, especially in that offense. When I hit you with all types of trickery.
Bro, what's up with your boy, man? What's up with Wes Welker, bro?
He's a free agent right now, isn't he?
What he doing with his life?
He was rumoring about going back with the Pats, but nobody wants him. He's too concussion risk.
Bears be dying. We'll be willing to take him.
Yeah. Okay, since that was a pretty long football segment. Next segment. Change. We all went through some change. So moving on to different subjects. The last thing I want to talk about is change. Brent, with you was in the Army. Tyler, with you started working more, and with me, I went to college, and we all three had to deal with different changes. So how did that affect you guys? Like, how did you deal with that adjustment? Like, anyone want to chip in?
I mean, it was kind of a rough transition from, like, doing whatever you want to going down there to basic and have them being strict on you. You know what I mean? It's like,
that I know college was hard on me. That was the weirdest change because everybody's thinking it's like, oh, it's just like high school. It is to a weird sense. Like, a weird sense, it feels like, you ever see those, like, high school shows where they stay there? Like, that's what it felt like, but it felt different.
Zoe 101.
Because, yeah, Zoe 101, there you go. It felt different because I wasn't by my friends, my family, like...
The people you've grown to know in the last 4 years?
I was alone. Like, I had to figure out how to deal with life myself. And it was weird because, like, I could do whatever I want. Like, I was independent, too, because in college, they give you so much free time that you can do whatever you want. Like, it's all about how you manage time. That's one critical thing I learned was time management. How was it, going from school every day to working every day? How was that?
I mean, it was a definite change. Like, it's not like school of any kind. Like, it's basically the only thing that changes is basically I still wake up at fucking 7 in the morning.
See, dog, if
7 to 3.
If I'm working,
it's basically like that's the only thing about it, like that I can relate.
If I'm working, I'm not working. Like, that's the one thing I figured out. Once I left high school, I'm not doing anything around high school time. So, not working around high school time. I'm not going to school around high school time. I hated that 7 o'clock. Oh my god, because you're waking up at 6, getting yelled at.
Oh fuck, you're telling me. It was 4:30 every morning for me.
Like, basically, I don't know, like. For me, I see it as a good thing because I'm lazy as shit when, like, when I have to do stuff later. So I'd rather just do stuff in the morning as opposed to, like, sitting around waiting until, like, oh, I gotta do this. And then, like, I'm not going to want to fucking
you'd have the rest of you don't have the rest of your day to do
and plus I have the rest of the fucking day to go off.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, too. That's a good quality. But, I don't know. It sucked for me. Like, how... the only thing I hate about working is like you work every day. Like, I don't know, going to school every day was as hard as it is working every day. Because I get bored easy. I don't know, it just drives me nuts. How'd you deal with? How do you feel now that you know that you don't really have debt though? Like, you was in the Army, so you probably won't have as much debt as me. And then you didn't go to school, so. Me personally, I got debt out the ass. I'm 17 grand in the hole. Like, I'm stressing. Like, I can't.
Yeah, I see both you motherfuckers. I'm like, goddamn.
Like, did you ever want to go to school? Like,
I mean, yeah, I still have ambitions to go to school, but no, it's just like the timing ain't right for me. Like, cause the thing that like I like about like growing up in college and stuff like that is that like you don't have to go to college right away. You know. Like, you could just take time, figure out what you want to do, figure out what
at the same time, though, you don't want to be one of them old-ass niggas.
Oh, yeah, there was a dude at my work talking about, yo, I'm 42 years old, but I still want to take some classes.
Well, you got to give him his props for being...
I applaud him. Like, I don't think
I could do it, because I barely remember stuff now, and I'm young, and my brain's still fresh and growing, but...
I'm not disrespecting anybody, like, out there that's trying to get theirs.
Yeah, get your education.
That's the one good thing about being in the Guard and being able to take classes. But at the same time, I've come to learn that classes isn't really what I want.
It's hard because you don't use it in your everyday life.
Exactly. I mean, Honestly, I'd rather work every day and earn more money, especially towards my career that doesn't even need a degree.
I wish they would teach you more about like things that will help you in the future. Like, I still don't really know how to write a check all the way there to write a check, but
It's like they don't teach you the necessities of living. They only teach you mathematics and reading, which you've learned the great part to.
and that's the hardest thing.
But it's like I wish the way that schools were set up, it'd be like a trade school. Like you just go for your job you want to do, you know, instead of just doing the English and writing and math. I mean, let's say if you're doing accounting or something, then I'd understand you doing math. But if you're going for criminal justice, then that should be like you should do police things and not like doing math problems.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wish there was like a trade school for police. I mean, I know they have the police academy, but that's only when you're 21. And there's kids out here that are 17, 18, and 19 that already graduated high school and looking for something to do, and they have to wait 2 more years if they're 19 to get to 21. So I mean, it's the way that I wish there was a trade school for more opportunities.
Personally, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like really pondering it. How come when you think about it, everything that's bad for you, how come it's 10 times as cheaper to do that than it is to go to school? Yeah. Think about it. You could get drunk cheaper. you could do crack cocaine. You could do weed. This, that, and the third.
I know. As long as you're satisfied with it, you ain't gonna see a problem with it. You're gonna keep doing that shit every day.
And you could do that 100 times a day, and that's still cheaper than school. Like how? Like
damn.
Like God damn. Like that's why I went to community college to save some money, and I'm still like screwed from that.
Shit.
Yo, you gotta come correct when it comes to college, bro.
And the sad thing is, like, I have an idea of what I want to do, but if you don't know what you want to do, you pretty much
exactly
waste the money.
Especially being in between two things and two totally different career fields.
And I guess that's a great transition. How do you guys deal with stress? You know, for our viewers listening, our listeners, so if something they could take from this. How do you guys deal with stress?
One ways I cope with stress is either working out or running. One of the two, something to clear my mind instead of being all cooped up with it, or just one way talking to someone. You know what I mean? Just expressing how I feel and that type of stuff.
It's weird with me. I deal with stress way different than other people. Like the stuff I'm supposed to be stressed out, it doesn't faze me at all. Like, it's in one ear and out the other. I'll laugh at it. But then the stuff that I know that I shouldn't worry about for a while, as far as like college and stuff like that, I stress that to the max. It messes up my day. Like I don't know. I think it keeps me also like hungry and wanting to achieve more. But dang, it does mess up your day.
And it's just like I hate how today's society you have to go to college or else you're looked at like a loser. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
like when you think about it, you're paying all this money just for a piece of paper that says, "Oh, I've done 4 years, or I've done 2 years, or this type of thing." But it's like, how much is that really going to help you? I don't
really think it's necessarily for the paper. It's more for the opportunities.
I mean, honestly, from my 1 year of going to school and everything, it feels like it's just the same thing as high school.
To a certain degree.
Yeah, to a certain degree, but it's like. All right, it's like learning the same things over and over again that I already did in high school. It's like I'm really paying you to teach me what I already know. You know what I mean?
One thing I do hate about the school system, and like that, which adds to stress, is they treat I respect the grading scale, but I don't think you should grade on each student being the same because each student is different. Like
everybody learns a different way.
Someone who's a 4.0 genius A paper is going to be different than someone that's a 2.0 struggling A paper. Like,
especially like some people are like really good at math, but they aren't as good at like composition or like let's say English. But you have another student that excels at that, and then the other person's left behind on math. I mean, how you gonna? They need to start dealing with that.
Yeah. How do you deal with stress, Tyler?
Basically. How I used to deal with stress is that, like, I would get mad at the situation that, like, I'm stressed about. But, like, I would just, like, shut everything out and just be mad. Like, the whole fucking day. Or the whole week, if need be. And then, like, it just finally just clicked in my head that, like, you know what? This shit that I'm stressed about, I can't control. You know, like, if shit happens, it happens. And, like, I basically just learned to adapt with it. You know, like, I think that's half people's, like, dilemma when it comes to, like, stressing about some shit. Like, it's inevitable. Like, you're going to have problems and trials and tribulations in your life. You just got to learn how to adapt to them, like, when you cross that bridge. And I just take it one step at a time. Like, I like to look at problems at, like, levels. Like, I like to take one level at a time, like, and then break it down.
There's levels to this shit.
Yeah, exactly. There's levels to this shit. I just, like, break it down.
All right, then, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like, I just break it down day by day. You know? Like, and, you know, if something comes of that, then...
One thing I do hate is, like, I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like an asshole or nothing to anybody out there, but I hate when people say, "Oh, your situation could be so much worse. Look at this person." And it's like, I still got to deal with my situation at hand. Like, that makes me feel bad, so it kind of takes me to a different perspective, which I appreciate. But it's like it's like, oh, like how me personally, like, I'm $17,000 in debt, and they're like, "Oh, but there's someone that's not gonna eat today." Like, I'm still $17,000 in debt.
I feel bad for that person, but, like, what's that?
Like, what's they gonna do with this? What's that get this $17,000?
Because honestly, this world is a dog-eat-dog world. You got to fend for your own. That's what you got to look out for. I mean, at the end of the day, all you got is yourself. I mean, you're gonna have your guys and your, like, significant others and family and everything, but at the end of the day, really, all you have is your own.
I with that, I feel like you can help people, but don't overhelp people.
You can only help them to a certain extent.
Yeah, like,
you
don't
want
overhelp.
to baby them.
Yeah, don't overhelp
people. Baby
people.
them, that's not going to help them out.
Yeah.
You got to help them where they push themselves.
There's also a limit to, like, how much you can actually help people, because that person might not want your help. Like, how are you gonna help people that don't want to help themselves?
You can't.
Like, you're just gonna have to let that shit be. Like, let them do their own thing.
And just know you gonna get through it. Just try to see, the best thing you can do is keep a positive attitude, because no matter what you're going through, people hate seeing a positive attitude, because they're like, why is he so happy? Like, that's going to motivate people. It's either going to affect people in a good way, or it's going to affect people in a curious way. Like, why are they so happy? Like, why are they, like, they have problems of their own, but they act like they aren't there. Like, just keep a positive attitude, keep pushing, and, God bless. So, with our guest for our first podcast, episode 1, this was fun. Brett, can we get a closing statement from you? Anything you want to plug? You want to put your Twitter in there? Put your Instagram? Anything you want to plug?
You gonna have to be like a mixtape rapper with this. Like, you gonna have to plug everything.
Nah, you already know. It's like, all right, Twitter, it's Brent Walker 15, and then, you got that Instagram. It's Brent Walker 02, and then if you want to add me on Snapchat, it's Brent Walker. I like my name.
There you go. I mean, maybe our listeners like your voice, so they want to follow you.
Ain't your shit actually Brent Walker 02?
Yep.
That's what he said.
You just said Brent Walker.
No, he said that first.
That was my Snapchat.
But I'm talking about for your Instagram.
He said his Instagram.
02.
Bro, stop.
He did say his Instagram. You don't want that page. Tyler, can we get your closing statement?
I first of all like to thank y'all for, like, listening to us on our first episode, and I highly appreciate it. And I hope there's more to come. I hope.
Wait, we getting canceled already?
Yeah. Well, okay, we don't know, because these motherfuckers might not listen. We might get treated like mixtape rappers.
Hey, that's okay. Treat me like a mixtape rapper. Either treat me like a mixtape rapper, treat me like you love me.
Because guess what? We gonna keep coming.
Exactly.
I think I got my swagger back.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Anything you want to plug? You want to plug your IG? Anything?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, TTL_02, or just look for T the Libra, and follow me on Twitter, TylerGross_4.
The links will be in the description box below when we add it to YouTube. This is coming to SoundCloud. And retweet my shit. You don't feel what I'm saying? Support your mixtape rappers. Support your brothers.
Support us, please.
Support this podcast.
Nigga, help us.
Either you support them or they're coming in your DMs.
Help us be great. And with my closing statement for episode 1, this has been fun. Quarter break, half a break, quarter pound. Hey! See?